Hey, good morning. Chuck here with Apple Drains. Today we're installing a French drain. That's what some people call it. We call it a gravel drain, gravel perforated pipe. French drain is, perforated pipe surrounded by gravel. You can see the backyard. It's got a flooding issue. So we've already started trenching. You can see our trench down through here. We'll clean that out. Put some base of gravel down in there. Perforated pipe, holes point down. Cover that with gravel. We're going to bring the gravel all the way to grade here, because what happens is you can see how much higher the other houses are here. This water comes down the hill and it just floods right through this yard. And basically, you can see through this fence over here, you can see how far that drops off on the other side. So they've got an erosion issue taking place over here as well. But what we're going to try to do is control that. We're going to put a lot of gravel here so it acts like a giant dry well. It's still going to discharge here only because it costs so much to send it to the street. So we got Chuck hooking up the downspout drains. We'll hook those into the system as well. You can see our trench runs through here. Let's go ahead and start trenching. So we have our trench completed. We're going to clean it out. We found a little low spot right here, so we're going to put a small 6x6 catch basin there. Bring this over. Of course, again, we do have to clean it out, but real simple. This is all going to be gravel perforated pipe. Down there where Chuck's using the pick, really hard spot. In fact, so hard that he actually bent one of the mattixes. This did have a little curve on it. You can see it's just, this dirt is super hard. The difference between the two here, see how it's got the curve? This one, this dirt is really hard here. That's because they scraped this clean, they excavated. Probably the original level was way up there and they dug all this out. So we're down into some very hard soil. So on this job we're using 3 catch basins and we're going to set those up right now. Remember, catch basins, they allow water to come in from the surface. So water comes in this way and drops into your system. Gravel perforated pipe, the French drain, that actually picks up subsurface water that's coming underground into your system. We're going to have a stopper at the end. This blocks water from coming in. We're going to put one right there. So we'll go ahead and install that one. Then we have an outlet, and these just have little nipples on them. They just slide together, little slots for them, then you twist it nice and tight and you're all set. So we're ready to hook up the downspout drain here. This is solid pipe. I've already taken it apart. We're sliding it up, push it nice and tight. Then we'll come back and we'll re-secure these downspouts with a couple of screws. So from here, you can see our pipe comes down. This is still all solid pipe. Next, we're going to go ahead and put a Y on here so that we can connect the small catch basin, little 6x6 in that little low spot right there. Just make the cut, pull your pipe. Remember, we cut to the inside of the fitting. And we just pull this out of the way because we're going to use it again. And all this snaps together real nice and simple. And you just lay it down in your trench. We'll go ahead and hook a piece up going over there. But first, let's go on out here to the next T. So from your Y, go ahead and snap this piece in place. Then we're going to set this down in the trench. Now we're going to come over here to the main trench where our T is. Remember, this is gravel perforated pipe over here. We want to lay our T down there, lay this pipe over top, and we're going to make a measurement right here to make that cut. So we made our cut. Let's go ahead and hook up the T. Again, they just snap together. Plumbing with plastic. Push it down the trench. Now we're ready to go ahead and put our gravel perforated pipe through our trench. So we've dug the holes for the catch basin, and you can see, just to remind you, this is a dead end. This is where the water is actually going to come up out of the ground. Eventually she's going to turn this and we'll send it out to the street. But again, money is always an issue, and to send it out to the street, another $1,600. So we've put a cap on the end of this. This comes with a cap right here just to stop the water. And it's also possible that the neighbors will hook onto this line as well, because you can see the erosion taking place in their yard. If they do, we'll actually send it all the way over there to a storm drain. So we've got our catch basin set down in place. You can see our trench here. We've got the T hooked up here for the solid pipe coming from that downspout. Nice deep trench all the way through. Another catch basin over here. Catch basins bring in surface water. Gravel perforated pipe, the French drain, brings in subsurface water. We've got the downspout drain installed here, solid pipe coming through. We're going to put some gravel perforated pipe just from this little catch basin. There's a low spot right there. Some more gravel perforated pipe, bring that in. Right now our holes are pointing up. I always say holes point down, but we'll turn those down when we put the gravel in. I just was cutting it to length here so we can go ahead and bring it in. So right now we're just putting a small base of gravel at the bottom of the trench, just an inch or 2 inches. 2 inches is good. That's what we got here, about 2 inches. You can see it down through the trench there. Runs all the way through. Next we'll go ahead and hook up our perforated pipe with the holes pointing down, and then we'll just cover that with gravel. You know, we like to bring our gravel to grade because it really works a lot better. In this particular yard, this will work fine because you can see they haven't sodded or any type of landscaping yet. But in other yards, yes, we do use a fabric and we wrap the gravel. And but to tell you the truth, a fabric, in my opinion, does not work as good as you might think. It really slows down the flow of water. Mud just packs up against it and it can't get into your system. So it's always better to have a system that will last like a roof, 15 to 20 years, whatever. And then, you know, of course you can always clean this line too. French drain, gravel perforated pipe. Holes point down, remember that. They go down into the base of gravel that you lay. We're going to hook this up to our catch basin right here. You can always tell your holes are pointing down because you got a green line on the top. Next, we go ahead and we start to cover this. We're going to bring the gravel right up to grade. So we're just going to pour it in from the wheelbarrow. Keep coming, keep coming. Yep. Perfect. We're going to put some more right over here. And again, we're just filling this up to grade. Water's going to be able to pour right into this system, no problem. So now we're just moving gravel. So you can see we've started to grade this off a little bit, try to get that water to flow into the system. If you have a little dirt on top of your gravel, don't worry, it's just going to wash right through there, no big deal. And as that water comes down this hill, drop into the system. But what we're grading is trying to get the yard to come this direction too. There's a lot of low spots all over. But all in all, not too bad. Hey, this is Chuck with Apple Drains, reminding you that if you believe you can do something, I guarantee you can do it. Have a great day. So beginning here at this catch basin, we've got our French drain. We actually call that a gravel perforated pipe. And we brought our gravel to grade. We did not wrap it with fabric because I don't believe in fabric unless it's underground. When you bring it to grade, we want that water to come across the ground and drop right into our system. Don't worry if there's some dirt on this. This is just going to wash away, no problem. We actually added a couple extra things. Notice we added a small 6x6 catch basin right here. We tied that into the downspout drain over there. That comes over, runs into the drain here. Gravel perforated pipe. We're down there about 2 feet. Another catch basin here in the center of the line. Notice that we've graded this all out to help force water into the system. A lot more gravel, and this is actually the discharge. In the future, what she's going to do, right now it's just going to flood through here and then over the hill. But in the future, we're actually going to run a trench all the way out to the street. So basically we're picking up this water, we're sending it out to the street. Interesting problems. Hey, this is Chuck with Apple Drains. When you're purchasing that new home in a new subdivision like this, make sure you check out the grading. This is a really beautiful home inside and out. I think this is around $350,000 for this particular home here. And this is in Waxhaw, but Charlotte. But you can see the grading issues that are taking place. And these are things that are going to be costly. You see where the sod's not growing because it comes across the driveway right here. And you can see the stain in the driveway. To repair this, to put a channel drain in here, you're probably looking at about $1,600-1,700. A drain that you need to send out to the street, cut that walk, all those things, another $1,000. So nearly $3,000 more to fix this drainage through here. Just a little tip: make sure you check out that drainage on your property when you're purchasing that new home. Hey, this is Chuck with Apple Drains, reminding you that if you believe you can do something, I guarantee you can do it. Have a great day.